United Arab Emirates, World War III astrology. Okay, that's like Dubai, Abu Dhabi. If you're American, you may not know an emirate is basically like a state. So Dubai is one of the emirates. There's a city Dubai in the emirate state Dubai, like New York City, New York State. So we see the first house is Aquarius, which makes sense because Aquarius rules technology, is a very high-tech, flashy city. But that also means that's where Pluto is, and that is also where they have their north node right at 6 degrees. So Pluto is coming up right on that north node. That is also the same place that United States has its south node in the natal chart. So, like, when the United States had Pluto on its north node, that's like when Pearl Harbor got bombed. And then World War II, it went back a few times, and there was, obviously a lot of Americans died during that. And Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, which just is in that Saturn-Neptune conjunction, that we just had here in the third house. But then the modern ruler is Uranus, which is about to go into that fifth house right on the natal Saturn. So there will be like this minor grand trine between Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus that's also intersecting their natal Saturn and north node. Saturn's going to be on the Chiron. So this is like saying they're going to have like a lot of restrictions with sports, entertainment, like the fun stuff to do in the city. There's going to be a lot of changes coming up, and some losses and restrictions there. Saturn on Chiron, the third house, that has to do with like the local neighborhood, okay, ruled by Aries. That just looks like it may be referring to the literal bombing or destruction of some neighborhood. And the south node is still coming through that 8th house there. So as it gets towards the end of that 8th house, right before we have all these intense transits this summer, which are going to be impacting the security of the people in the 12th house, secret enemies of the government, and the Saturn. Like, it's going to get really intense here in July, and there will probably be a large loss of life in UAE this summer. But the war is going to continue for a few years. That Pluto's going to go back and forth. So anytime the Pluto North Node conjunction is exact, will be a more active time there. But through that whole transit, there will be pockets. The whole world is going to World War III. Honestly, I don't know that there's any country that'll look at their chart and just be like, you guys are having it easy this year. Because the shit that we're going through this year is crazy. But I will continue to look at each of these countries.